Greetings, beautiful people. Now, I didn't even do my research on this. I was just watching this video and I kind of wanted to talk about this because it is just like, it's funny, but it's not funny. But it's like, it's kind of like, do I want to make this decision? But so I'm watching something where these people are talking about how they are now homeowners and how it is so expensive now. We're talking about now in the present day. Y'all, the world has turned upside down. Like, oh my gosh, upside down. So they was talking about their HOA payments and, land or whatever. And I noticed that there's a subdivision around here where I stay at, and they have their HOA payment listed on their, announcement board. And I see that they have to pay like $55. But when I'm looking at this video, and these people are talking about how they're in this house, the first year. It just one this particular, well, it's a different stories, but this one person kind of like stood out because I just want to ask some questions, So they were talking, so he was speaking about, them buying a house, and his family, buying a home, and they have, I don't know anything about an escrow. I guess that has to do something with, real estate or whatever. I'm not sure what that is, but so he's talking about, he's been in the home for a year. The home, I guess, was $1,900. I guess that's how much their mortgage was. And, so now after a year, he's getting these letters stating that his account is delinquent. And come to find out, they're telling him that they went up on, I'm not sure if it's the HOA payment or if the land went up. He was talking about the land. I think the second video, he was talking about the land went up, or trying to explain of why his HOA payments went up, skyrocketed up. And so he's saying that the land that the house sat on, the price went up. So when he said that, I was like, how does, if you're already on the land, how does the price grow up? What changed in the land for them to up the price? Is there a new species of plants that are growing on the land? Did a new species animal did the aliens drop their spaceship there? What happened to the land for the price to go up? It's kind of like, what make things go up? Like, we know when we see material things, like a car or something like that. Because cars, I don't know, probably. Because, I think they got technology just like freaking 5,000 years old. Not even 500, 5,000. And we just don't know it yet, because I had talked about this before, about how certain things are not available to us for a long period of time. Just think about Amazon. Amazon been out for a long time before us common folk ever knew about it. So just imagine what else is out there that we don't know anything about. But back to this land thing, and it's kind of like, because I wanted to purchase land one day, but I'm like, so. And then another question that I have is, who is doing this? Who is saying that, okay, who is pointing out, I have $500 more on this land? Like, it's like, what's the show called? 500 on land A? 5,000 added to, like, who is doing this? Who is the individual that is doing this, and why are they hiding? And is this for businesses? Is this being done for businesses? Is this being done to hospitals that is on land? Is this being done to major apartment complexes land? Like, is their land going up? Is the land downtown? Do that land go up when people build buildings or already have buildings on land? Is it across the board? Or do we have scammers? Like, this whole scamming thing is getting out of control. It is getting out of control. And it's like, due to technology and the rise of technology, it wasn't hard I guess it's easier now, because pretty much everything that we have is online. Think about now, we have bank account apps where we can just log into our account without even going to an ATM before. like probably like I'd say 10, 15 years, maybe. You couldn't do that. You had to go to an ATM and pull your money out, or go to an ATM to check your balance. Or I think you even was able to call the number that is on the back of your debit card or credit card to see what your balance was. But there was no apps for you to be able to log in and, I don't know, you can't withdraw, but you can move money around from different bank accounts, online now. So I'm pretty sure that this is kind of like heaven at this point for the scammers and the people who are into that tech world but are on the other side with trying to get people information. I got something in the mail yesterday from this place that I had put in a application so long. It was so many years ago, but I think it's Dial America. They sent me something stating that their data has been leaked or compromised, and some of my information has been leaked through this. And I was like, this is like happening a little bit too much. The last time I saw it, Facebook had one too, where they was giving people cases that I guess their information was leaked. It was something like that. But this whole thing is like with the information, I feel like everybody is selling our information. Because how are these people getting our information like that easily, just so readily, easily like that, when you're thinking that you're putting in for this top company where they have to have morals, but they don't even exist no more. Morals do not exist no more. They do not, and they only exist in a small number of people at this point, because how, like people, like, huh? Like, it is unbelievable that people are going to this extreme for what? And like I said, I feel like everybody's selling my information, all the way from everybody, like the cable, like telephone company, like everybody, because I'm pretty sure it's some type of compensation for selling people information. Like, I don't know. It's just like really weird that a lot of people information is being leaked, and a lot of things are just not sounding right, especially with prices going up on something as far as land. Where are we getting this data? Like, where are we getting this information from that you have to raise the price on land? Where? How? Who said? It kind of like feel like the church, like how they say when you go to church, you have to give God your money, or God wants your. I heard one preacher say that I guess he was trying to say it was during the giving money hour, I guess, and he was talking about how God said that He needs your money, because when He have your money, He have your heart. Like, what? You're telling people this? Really? Are you kidding me? It's unbelievable. Like the many scams and the many, like, what's the word that I'm looking for? It's so much of manipulation like going on. Even another lady that I saw that was on this video, she was talking about how she had just tried to pay her HOA up, but she needed to be on a payment plan, because I guess she just bought the house. And when you buy a house, or when you make a major purchase like a house or a car, you're gonna kind of like be kind of low in funds for right now, because that's like one of the two biggest purchases of your life, unless you're getting like surgery. That's another big purchase that people don't talk about. That's another big purchase. That has a lot to do with, excuse these alarms, it's my school alarm for the children. I don't know why the freak I have two of them on, but I'm gonna cut one of them off. But back to what I was saying, it's like so what I was talking about the lady, and about her paying her HOA up for 2 months, but she had to pay on the payment plan. And then when she called I think it was something about she had a late fee added on, and she didn't understand why, because she had a payment plan and she had already paid her bills up. And when she called and tried to figure out what was going on, the person stated that the second form that she gave her, she was supposed to sign it and send it back. But since she didn't, it was like it was ineffective. It wasn't effective yet. It was invalid. So I was like, but why didn't her, as a professional, as a whatever she does as a business and a professional, why couldn't she have just called her and said, hey, you need to sign this letter, because if not, then you're going to be in delinquent. Your account is going to be delinquent. You're going to owe a late fee. Why? What was so difficult about doing that? You see what I'm saying? Morals. Don't have no morals, because anybody with a heart would have had morals would have done that. It's not that hard. And that's why I feel like, especially black people, oh my gosh, is so behind, because we don't like to give out information like that. It's like information, we'll just keep all the information to ourselves and make it somehow and just go our own way, even though that's kind of like, it's like you have to do that now and then because you don't know who you can trust. But it's like, it is so messed up. You don't even see people sitting on the porches no more. You don't see people walking around in the street, speaking or anything like that. A lot of people now saying that they good without having friends. They don't it's unbelievable. When I was out yesterday, me and the girls had went to the hair store so I can get them some bows and some beads and stuff. And then it was this lady coming out with a little baby, and the baby was so happy. She waved to my girls, and we was letting them come out first. But then she was like, no, y'all come in. So we went in, and I held the door open for her, but it was no thank you, appreciate it, anything like that. And I was like, it just make you not even want to be mean. Everybody else is mean enough for me. I don't have to, and that's not even, I'm not even like that until I'm pushed to be like that. Naturally, I'm not mean and nasty and just mean and nastiness. Ew, it's such an ugly look. And I understand that people have things going on, but it's like, oh my goodness gracious. So being outside, smelling this fresh air doesn't kind of do anything. It's just, I don't know, mental health and emotional health is so important. That's why I chose to, I got to tell y'all what, this podcast is like my freaking diary at this point. So yesterday I was on my phone with my financial, advisor for, school, because I'm transferring my bachelor's into my master's. I'm going to my master's. So when I was telling her, the things I did, she was like, oh my gosh, you're like Superwoman. And I didn't even look at it like that. And then there was a moment where I was like, I don't even give myself enough credit, because I do a lot, and I don't even get, it's not rewarded for it, but it's kind of recognized. But hey, it doesn't matter as long as now I recognize it. And I see my financial advisor recognized it too. But it was so refreshing to hear that from somebody else. That it was just such an amazing and refreshing conversation. I don't really have a lot of conversations because I be with the children or things like that with grown-ups, but that was very refreshing. It was very uplifting. It was very positive. It was productive. And we was talking about our goals. Another thing I learned. So we were talking about it was like a light went off, but I kind of already knew it, felt it, but I just kind of not had a conversation about it. But we were talking about our goals, and she asked me about my goals. So then I was like, you know what? I had made a goal and I reached it. Matter of fact, I reached a couple of them, but this goal that I reached, I didn't think I was going to reach it that quick. I know I was going to reach it, but not that quick. You know how you ask for something, you don't expect for it to... Well, at this point, that's kind of like my life now. I'm just going to have to take it for what it is. That's kind of like how it is now. I got to be careful about what I say, even think. But it's like those intrusive thoughts. They just never freaking go. They just try not to... They just don't want to go nowhere. Okay? I don't know what the freak that is about, but really, that's a whole nother topic. So we was talking about our goals, and then so I was telling her, I reached a goal, but it's like when I reached that goal, I was like, oh, okay, I reached it. Oh, time to make another goal. And she was like, oh my gosh, I am so like that too. And it was like, wow, we like that though. And I think it's like a dopamine kick. And I was like, I think it's a dopamine kick. I'm probably saying that wrong, but you know what I mean. I feel like it's that. It's like we feel like we have to be striving towards something, like always, to make ourselves feel like we're like we're doing something. I'm not sure if that's, and then it's like you don't even like take a break from what you are doing. When I named all that stuff yesterday that I told her that I do, like as far as make jewelry, I just published my first book last year, the second one this year, and on like herbal products, like going to school, homeschool. Like when I was telling her that, I didn't even realize that I was doing so much and haven't been on a vacation. Like have not been on vacation in about 2 years. Yeah, 2 years. Yep. And I'm like, well, it is about time for kind of like a little mini vacation, like at this point, because I've had a lot of accomplishments and hit a lot of milestones, and I haven't even celebrated it. Like that, like really, like I didn't even think about that. I did not even think about that. Like I should have did something, even if it was just me doing stuff for myself. Like I should have did something when I published my first book, or like my second one, or whatever, or made AB on roll again. Like I should have did something for myself, or like celebrated it in some type of way or something, but now I see now I know. But this has went on long-winded. I just want to talk about that video that I seen, and just unbelievably how land goes up for just no apparent reason when there's no change in the land, the structure of the land, the amount of the land that you get, as you add another 5 acres. Like, why did it go up? Like, that would be just the question that I'd be wanting to ask. And who is doing this? Who is making up these laws where now houses, is it because minorities are starting to get into houses and want houses now? Is that why the prices are trying to go up? Because they're trying to make it, what the word is, unavailable to you, or for you not to be like, it's like crazy. And no matter with no rat race, like that's too tiring. That's why I don't know. I haven't been on social media in weeks. It's been probably like a month by now. It's too much of a rat race, and it's just too much fakeness. I just cannot watch it no more. It's annoying. I can't do it. All you see people doing is bragging, complaining, or want you to buy something, trying to teach something. Like, it's just too many. It's too many thoughts. It's too many thought forms on there, and I'm kind of like outgrowing it. So I have to find like other ways, like creativity. I love that, like in all forms. So it's kind of I'm finding like I'm onto this social media platform that has where it's nothing but creative people. It's all positive, talking about plants, art, design, jewelry, things like that I want to talk about. So I know people, like some people make their money offline and off social media, but that's for them. That's just not for anybody like me. I don't like looking in the camera like that, because I always feel like somebody looking back at you. I just don't. The camera is like a spell. It's like a magic. It's like put you under a spell. I don't know. It's just weird. But that's all I have for today. I hope everybody is taking care of themselves, eating healthy. I've been heavily into nutrition and, eating the right food. Sometimes we'll cheat. Okay, sometimes, but not on every freaking day. Not even every week. Okay. And, I've been trying to like experiment on myself, of course, to come back and give, updates and things like that about certain things. And I noticed that fish, like, I like to eat light. I don't like feeling full. I don't like that full, like heavy, overly eaten feel. I just don't like that feeling. And I noticed that fish doesn't give me that feeling. No type of fish give me that feeling. And just knowing what portions to put on your plate is also important. Not overdoing it. Like if you are a meat eater, you don't have to have 2 big pieces of meat. You can get just one medium-sized portion with vegetables. And I always cook vegetables with my meals, preferably green leafy vegetables, whatever it is. But vegetables, none of doubt, with every single meal. I make sure that we have vegetables. That's what keeps you lean. That's what keeps you, going poop. That's what, give you the correct nutrition that you need. But, I hope everybody's eating healthy, drinking your teas and being around, people who really care about mental health. Okay. Mental health is important. We need to start. It's like, I need people to care around me that need to care about mental health. It's extremely important. It is extremely important. we can't just keep having people run amok around here, because at this point, Earth is a circus. It's a zoo at this point. They have turned her out completely, turned her inside out. And this has just got to stop. It's ridiculous. It's utterly ridiculous. There is no morals no more. But until next time, gods and goddesses, peace.